Have you ever wondered why there are no great white sharks in any aquariums? This question might have crossed your mind if you've ever found yourself fascinated by these majestic marine predators. The great white shark, one of the ocean's most impressive hunters, captivates and terrifies many of us. The idea of seeing this massive creature up close, safely separated by a wall of thick glass, is a thrilling thought for many. But alas, no aquarium to date has managed to successfully house a great white shark. These magnificent creatures, averaging between 13 to 16 feet in length, are among the largest cartilaginous fish on our planet. Their size alone makes them too big for the tanks in most aquariums. But there's more to this mystery than just size. The great white shark is not a creature that can be confined to a small space. They need room to move, and a tank, no matter how large, simply cannot provide the freedom they require. The great white shark is a nomadic creature, traveling vast distances across the oceans. They follow their prey, covering thousands of miles to feed. An aquarium environment impedes this natural freedom of movement, causing stress for these predators. Feeding a great white shark in captivity also presents a challenge. In the wild, they feast on large prey like dolphins, seals, and other marine mammals. Providing such meals in an aquarium setting is both ethically questionable and costly. Maintaining their feeding habits in an artificial environment is an uphill task. So, why is it that these magnificent creatures cannot be kept in captivity? Is it just their size, their need for movement, or their dietary requirements? Or is there more to it? Let's dive deeper into this mystery. Firstly, consider the sheer size and mobility of these creatures. The great white shark, one of the largest cartilaginous fish on our planet, commands an imposing presence. These marine giants average a length of 15 to 20 feet, though some have been known to grow even larger. Now imagine trying to house such an enormous creature in an aquarium tank. It's like trying to fit a full-grown elephant into your living room, simply impractical. But it's not just the size of great white sharks that poses a problem. These creatures are built for constant motion. Unlike many other sea dwellers, great white sharks must keep moving to survive. This constant swimming isn't for exercise or amusement, but a necessity. They need to swim to keep oxygen-rich water flowing over their gills, a crucial process for their survival. This brings us to the crux of the problem. The confined spaces of aquariums simply cannot cater to the needs of these continuously swimming giants. Imagine being a marathon runner, forever stuck on a treadmill that's too short and too slow. That's what it would be like for a great white shark in an aquarium. The restrictions of such an environment would not only be uncomfortable, but potentially life-threatening. Aquariums, as we know them, are designed to house species that can thrive in a relatively static environment. They are not equipped to handle the unique needs of creatures who are accustomed to roaming vast oceanic distances. For a great white shark, the ocean isn't just a home, it's a lifeline. It provides the space, the freedom, and the conditions they need to live and thrive. Clearly, the physical limitations of aquariums pose a significant challenge. The size and mobility constraints make it impossible for these magnificent creatures to be safely and ethically kept in captivity. So the next time you visit an aquarium and wonder why you don't see a great white shark, remember the vastness of the ocean and the freedom it offers these incredible creatures. Beyond their size, great white sharks lead a nomadic lifestyle and have specific dietary needs. These majestic creatures are not just casual swimmers. They are long-distance travelers, migrating thousands of miles across the ocean in pursuit of their prey. This nomadic lifestyle is an integral part of their existence, allowing them to follow seasonal food sources and maintain a varied diet. In the vast expanse of the ocean, great whites have the freedom to roam at will, a freedom that cannot be replicated in an aquarium setting, no matter how large. The constraints of a tank inhibit their natural movements, leading to increased stress and potential health issues. This inability to roam as they would in the wild is one of the significant challenges of keeping great white sharks in captivity. Now let's talk about food. In the wild, great white sharks have a diverse diet, feeding on large marine mammals such as seals, dolphins, and even smaller sharks. They are apex predators, playing a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ocean's ecosystem. Mimicking this diet in captivity is not just challenging, it's ethically fraught. Feeding live prey to captive animals is considered inhumane and is generally frowned upon. However, substituting their diet with dead fish or other seafood doesn't always work either. Great white sharks are known to refuse food in captivity, leading to malnutrition and eventually death. Moreover, the act of hunting is an essential part of the great white shark's life, providing them with physical exercise and mental stimulation. In an aquarium, this natural hunting behavior is severely curtailed, adding to the stress of captivity. Feeding and lifestyle requirements thus present a complex problem. The challenges of replicating a great white shark's nomadic lifestyle and feeding habits in captivity highlight our limited understanding of these magnificent creatures and further underscore why they are rarely, if ever, seen in aquariums. The unique respiratory system and defensive behavior of great white sharks further complicate their captivity. Let's dive a little deeper into the fascinating biology of these marine predators. Unlike many fish species, sharks, including the great white, have a respiratory system that requires constant movement. They extract oxygen from the water that flows over their gills, and to keep this flow going, they must continue swimming. It's a bit like a cyclist needing to keep pedaling to maintain balance. The challenge here is that in the confined spaces of an aquarium, maintaining this constant movement is nearly impossible. Imagine trying to run a marathon in your living room. You'd be bouncing off the walls in no time, right? That's essentially what we'd be asking a great white to do in an aquarium setting. This inability to accommodate their natural movement patterns not only leads to physical stress, but can also cause significant mental stress for these highly mobile creatures. Now, let's talk about their defensive behavior. Great white sharks are apex predators, meaning they're at the top of the food chain. They're not used to feeling threatened, but in the confines of an aquarium, they may perceive the walls of their tank as a threat, leading to defensive and aggressive behavior. This could result in damage to the aquarium infrastructure or equipment. It's a bit like putting a tiger in a paper cage. It's just not going to end well. Moreover, if a great white shark feels threatened or stressed, it may refuse to eat. This can lead to a rapid decline in health, making the already difficult task of keeping a great white shark in captivity even more challenging. These factors make captivity a risky venture. Not only do they underscore the physical and psychological toll captivity can take on these majestic creatures, but they also highlight the potential risks and costs associated with attempting to confine them. Lastly, there are significant ethical concerns to consider. In recent years, there has been a growing wave of public sentiment against keeping animals, especially majestic predators like the great white shark, in captivity. This majestic creature, a symbol of the ocean's wild allure, should not be confined within the artificial boundaries of an aquarium. It's not just about the physical and physiological challenges that captivity presents. It's about respect for these animals, their natural behaviors, and the ecosystems they inhabit. The very idea of displaying such an awe-inspiring creature in an aquarium environment is increasingly questioned from an ethical perspective. Are we preserving and educating or exploiting? Is our fascination with these creatures leading us to harm them inadvertently? For many, the answer is clear. The great white shark belongs in the vast open ocean, not in a glass tank. Ethical considerations thus pose a final significant barrier. In conclusion, several factors make it nearly impossible to keep a great white shark in captivity. These awe-inspiring creatures are simply too large and active for the limited confines of an aquarium. Their nomadic lifestyle and feeding habits require the freedom of the open ocean, a liberty that captivity cannot provide. Furthermore, their unique respiratory system requires constant movement, making an aquarium an unsuitable environment. And let's not forget the potential damage these powerful predators can inflict when stressed or threatened. From an ethical standpoint, there's growing concern about keeping animals, especially such wild and magnificent ones, in captivity. Instead of attempting to confine these majestic creatures, let's focus on protecting and studying them in their natural habitats. Documentaries and marine conservation areas offer us the opportunity to learn more about these incredible predators. While we may not be able to witness these majestic predators in an aquarium, we can still marvel at their power and beauty in the wild.